That is $4,275 every year. For 5 years, comes out to $21,375. Today on In the Wood Yard, we're talking about the lifetime value of a customer, one customer, and what it means to you. Here we go. So today we've got a delivery we're going to be doing to my pizza restaurant, and this is a prime example of something that you work towards in business, is to get regular repeat customers, and this is probably one of my better customers, which is why I thought about talking about it today, because this particular restaurant I've had for 5 years now. 5 years I've been delivering to this restaurant. Now, he started out with a portable little pizza oven. He would do events, and then about 4 years ago, 3.5, 4 years ago, he opened up his restaurant. I've been delivering to him on a regular basis. Now, we're going to talk about some numbers here. We're going to do a little bit of math so that you can get in your head the value of a customer, because people don't always look at the long-term value. They look at it, oh, just a single paycheck. Now, the delivery we're doing today is what I normally deliver to them. It's 2 face cords, or 2/3 of a cord of hardwood. It's maple that I'll be delivering, along with maybe a little bit of ironwood in there. There may be a little bit of ash, but it's mainly hard maple, which is what he really likes for his oven. And I've delivered lots of different kinds of wood to him. A lot of ash in the past I've delivered, but right now I'm doing a lot of maple, which I've got a bunch of, and it's the size he likes. It's, you know, the hand-sized pieces, stuff that's easy for him to put in, one stick at a time. He's not using it to heat the place, it's for cooking on. There's a big difference between heating wood and fun wood, or like I call it, drinking wood. He happens to use the same size a lot of people use for their fire pits and their fireplaces. Pieces that are like this big around, 16 inches, standard size pretty much in the industry. The stuff you get like bundle wood grade, a lot of people would call it. Now, when I first delivered to him, I delivered oak to him because that's what I had a lot of, and he got oak and he had it for his little portable thing. But he did say the pieces were a little bit too big. He said, "Can you get them a little smaller?" I said, "Absolutely." So, to give you the numbers, every time I deliver to him, it's $285. So it's, what would that be, $142.50 per face cord, if you look at it that way. But I'm charging $140 for each face cord, or 1/3 of a cord, so that's $240. And then the delivery fee is $30, and then I charge him a little extra because he helps me actually unload it, because we put it in wheelbarrows and we go put it in his racks in his place. So I could charge a little bit more, but it's a regular customer, and he kind of depends on me for the quality product on a regular basis. So that's what I charge. I know there's people that charge more. There's people that charge $170 a cord stacked, a face cord, 1/3 of a cord. People that charge $180. There's whatever you got to charge in your area. This is my customer and what I charge. So I was talking with him the last time I was there, and I thought about it since then. I've been delivering wood to him for about 5 years now, but now on a regular basis, I go there about 15 times a year. It's not once a month, it's not every 3 weeks, it's somewhere in there though. So about 15 times. So I'm going to get my phone out here. I'm going to do a little calculation. So let's see here. So if I go there 15 times, 285 equals, that is $4,275 every year. I've been going there for 5 years. $4,175 per year for 5 years comes out to $21,375. So basically, he is paid for my dump trailer and my splitter. So my splitter that I paid $5,000 for, the Eastimate Ultra I bought 5 years ago, he paid for that. And my trailer, my bigger dump trailer that I paid $14,000, something like that. I think with tax it might have been close to 15, somewhere in there. He's basically paid for both of those. That is a valuable customer. That's one you want to keep happy. And when he needs wood, I'm there. When he calls me and says, "Hey, can you deliver wood next week?" It's like, "Yeah, what day? What time? When you want me there?" And I'm there with the wood, and I have a good quality product, so he buys on a regular basis. Now that's so far. If I go there another 5 years doing the same thing, that's going to end up being over $40,000. If I go there for 10 years, it's going to end up being $60,000, more than 60. It's going to be a lot closer to 65 by then. And if I go there for 15 more years, which hopefully I'm still alive, that's going to end up being close to $70,000. So the lifetime value of a customer is tremendous, and that's one. So if you're a person that sells a lot of wood on a regular basis to people that burn a lot of wood, it's not just this one-time sale. It's not just the sale for the year. It's not just the sale for the next couple of years. It's the sale for a decade or two maybe. You got to look at the long term of it. That's why it's easier to keep a good customer than it is to go try to get a new one, because the good ones are hard to find. There's not that many good customers out there. But if you're a guy like, say, you sell in a metropolitan area and you sell wood for smoking meat to commercial accounts, where I know of one guy in particular, he delivers a full cord every week. A full cord every week to a restaurant. So he's selling it for $400 for a full cord. That's his price. $400 every week. Let's get out my calculator again here. I want to get this right. Let's see. So $400 times 52, that's $20,800 every year to one customer. So the value of a customer is tremendous. And if he did this for a decade, add a zero, that's close to $250,000. It's over $208,000 for a decade. So the value of a customer is tremendous, and a good one is fantastic. And a good one is one that you want to keep and make happy. So very important to keep those people happy, which is why when I'm not here, if I'm gone on, say, a family vacation or a hunting trip vacation, or I'm doing something with my brother where I'm not here, and I have one of my good customers call me and say, hey, I need wood, I have Bert and Adam taken to them right away. And they get the money, and I'm perfectly happy giving them the sale, it's good for me, it's good for them, and the customer, number one. I keep them happy, and I don't let someone else get between me and them. Because if you lose a customer, what if your competitor has a lower price, has as good or better quality, has better service, does something that you don't do or can't do or haven't thought of? You can lose a customer. That's why the lifetime value of a customer is tremendous. Now, I have several people that I sell wood to that heat with wood. One guy in particular, he gets between 8 and 12 face cords, so that would end up being about 4 full cords a year, and he pays $360 for a full cord. Again, I'll get my calculator out because I want to get this right, because doing math in your head when you're talking like this is hard. So $360 times 4, that's $1,440. And this particular customer I sell to that I'm thinking of has been buying wood for me for, got a text coming in. So this particular customer I've been selling wood to for 10 years. Because I think back to when I was delivering with my truck. One of the first deliveries I did with my new truck was 10. So it's actually 11 years. So let's go times 11. Times 11. That's $15,840 to that one customer. And he's just a homeowner that heats with wood. And a lot of people would say, well, why would you heat with wood if it costs so much? Because he likes it. He enjoys the wood heat. He likes it warm in his house, because there's nothing like wood heat. Like my brother Ken says, he heats with wood, and yeah, he could save money and spend less money actually if he burned gas. He's got a gas furnace and his wood burner, but his wife and him love the wood heat, because he can have it 80 degrees in the house if he wants it. And then he cuts his own wood, so he likes the wood heat. There's nothing like wood heat. My mom, when she was alive, she loved her wood heat. My dad wanted to quit burning, and she said, no, I want wood heat. So we made sure she had wood, because she loved her wood heat. So it's not always about the money part of it from the consumer standpoint. It's about the comfort and the enjoyment. So there's that. So lifetime customer, look at your customers, figure out how many you have, what they spend annually, and what it comes out to. Now, my annual sales for my firewood, depending on the year, depending on the severity of the winter, depending on the time I have available, I could sell anywhere from $50,000 to $80,000 worth of wood in a year. I've sold as little as 50 and as much as 80. But that's not all profit. You guys got to realize that. I've got a tractor, I've got a truck, I've got trailers, I got wood splitters, I got chainsaws. I buy loads of logs of wood. The most wood I ever bought one year, I think I bought 14 or 15 semi-loads of wood, and this is $12,000 to $14,000 per load. So that comes off the top. So there are expenses. But then I also cut a lot of wood that I get for free. People bring me wood I get for free. Tree service brings wood, so I get a lot of wood that way. But that lifetime value of a customer is tremendous. So do some math. Look at the actual numbers, not what you are dreaming about. Look at the actual numbers. So we're going to go do this delivery at the restaurant right now.